Welcome back, geometry students. This video we're doing Module 3, Topic 3. This is deductive reasoning. Standard for this lesson, much like the lessons before in Module 3, it's LT 4.10, that is, judge the validity of arguments and give counterexamples to disprove statements. The objective of this topic is that you guys are going to apply the law of detachment and syllogism. Yeah, sounds good. Essential question: why is it important to understand the laws of detachment and syllogism for understanding logical arguments? Got the bell ringer. Want you guys to pause here, work this out, and then unpause, and we'll work it together. Alright, answer true or false. If Malia lives on your street and you live on Rico Street, then Malia lives on Rico Street. This one's going to be true, because if you and Malia live on the same street, and Malia and Rico live on the same street, then you all have to live on the same street. Alright, number 2. You and your friend have the same amount of money. Your friend spends $4 and you spend $6. You and your friend still have the same amount of money. I hope you said false, because let's say you both have $10. Well, if your friend spends $4, they have $6 left. If you spend $6, you have $4 left. So you don't have the same amount of money. There's no way that you can both start with the same, spend different amounts, and end up with the same. Number 3. If x equals 5 and y equals 7, then 3x plus 2y equals 29. Well, let's try this. So, said x was 5, said y was 7. So we have 3 times 5, that's 15. 2 times 7 is 14. 15 plus 14 is 39. So this one is true. Number 4. Two congruent segments are shortened by the same length. The segments are still congruent. And this one's true. Kind of goes back to the money. Now this one says that they're shortened by the same length, so they're still congruent. If you both start with $10 and you both spend 5, you both have 5 left, you still have the equal amount of money. If we had a string and we had 2 strings and they were the same length and we cut them both the same amount, they would still be the same length. Okay, number 5. In triangle ABC, angle A is 75 degrees and angle B is 75 degrees. Then AB is equal to BC. And this one is true. And I'll explain, I believe it's Module 5. I'll fully explain. But basically, well, I'll explain later. Moving on, or ask me in class. Alright, guided notes. Unlike inductive reasoning, which uses a specific pattern of examples or observations to make a general conclusion, deductive reasoning uses general facts, rules, definitions, or properties to reach specific valid conclusions from given statements. An argument is valid if it is impossible for all the premises or supporting statements of the argument to be true and for its conclusion to be false. One law related to deductive reasoning is the law of detachment. It's a key concept here, law of detachment. If P then Q is a true statement, and P is true, then Q is true. Alright? So our example, if a car is out of gas, then it will not start. Sarah's car is out of gas. Valid conclusion, Sarah's car will not start. So that's kind of their way of showing you that example. Let's look down here. Alright, the number one here, I do. Again, we're on page 13. If an object is red, then it is not blue. The object is red. So what is our conclusion? Well, it says here, if an object is red, then it is not blue. The object is red. Our conclusion is an object, or the object, is not blue. Okay? Alright, that you do. Here, you guys try this. I'm going to wait about 3 seconds, pause the video, and then you then see how our answers compare. A given, number 2. If it rains, then flowers will grow. And the statement is it rains. Conclusion: flowers will grow. And this kind of goes back to, we were talking about the if-then. Immediately following the if is the hypothesis. Immediately following the then is the conclusion. So here the given is right after if, and so it works the same way. We're still trying to get our minds into this way of thinking so we can begin to write proofs in geometry. Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, this is page 14. We're at the top of the page, number 3 to the left. Number 4, this is a you do. I'm going to go all the way down with number 3. Wait a few seconds. I want you to pause at that point. Try to work number 4 by yourself, and then follow along after and see how you did. So number 3, determine whether each conclusion is valid based on the given information. Write valid or invalid, and explain your reasoning. Let's see. The given: a student may go on the field trip if they turn in a permission slip. Mariana turned in her permission slip. The conclusion: Mariana can go on the field trip. Well, I would say that is valid, because it says that a student may go if they turn in the permission slip. They say that she turned in the permission slip, so yeah, she can go. It's valid. And our reasoning is permission slip. You could write requirement, but we all understand what we're talking about here. Alright, B. If a figure is a square, then it is a polygon. Figure A is a polygon. The conclusion: figure A is a square. Valid or invalid? Well, believe it or not, it is invalid. And wrong. And let me just tell you why. What if figure A is a triangle? Triangle. A polygon by definition is 3 or more sides. A triangle is a polygon. So is a square. But if it says, figure A is a polygon, figure A doesn't have to be a square, because just because our given tells us that, that's not the only type of polygon. I hope that makes sense. I know in class, talking to a lot of you guys, a lot of you are overthinkers like me, and If this bothers you, then we'll talk privately later together about this, because I know it bothers me too. All right, we're moving down to number 5 because it's the. Actually, you know what? I didn't realize these were 2 separate problems, so stop here. Do number 4. It's a you do. I'll wait 3 seconds and then I'll move on. All right, number 4. Determine whether each conclusion is valid based on the given information. Write valid or invalid and explain your reasoning. Part A, given. If there are 2 points on a grid, then a line can be drawn through them. Then the next statement says 2 points are graphed on a grid. Conclusion, a line can be drawn between the 2 points. Yes, that would be valid, because the 2 points, I'm just going to abbreviate here, are on the same grid. Okay, part B, and I'm going to scoot this over. I didn't realize we were off the screen. I apologize. Alright, part B for number 4. The given is that Kaylin's parents are going to throw her a party if it is her birthday. Okay, the next statement, Kaylin's parents are throwing her a party. The conclusion is it's her birthday. And this one's going to be valid because it says they're going to throw her a party. If it's her birthday, they're throwing a party. So our reasoning is birthday. Okay, number 5. Just move up here so we can see the A and the B. Number 5, determine the following conclusions were drawn using inductive or deductive reasoning. Alright, so before we even do this, I'm going to flip back. If you flip back to the previous page, I'm doing it to the side here. Deductive reasoning uses general facts, rules, definitions, or properties to reach valid conclusions from given statements. Okay, and then inductive reasoning, let me find the definition in just a moment. How far back? Okay, inductive. Wow, all the way back to the beginning of this packet. Inductive reasoning is the process of reaching a conclusion based on a pattern of examples. Okay, so now that we know what we're going to do. And by the way, I'm going to start giving you guys that are watching the videos extra credit for doing so. I'm going to plant a word or something in. So for this video, I want you, and I'm not going to do it on the video because I want you to watch the video, not look for me to write a crazy word, but right here on number 5 to the side of inside the line here, write the word banana. If you write the word banana, I'll give you bonus points. Okay, now back to number 5. So we're going to say inductive or deductive reasoning. A. If a student is late returning a library book, then he or she will be charged a $2 fee. Kiana returned a library book late, so she concludes that she will be charged a $2 late fee. And this one is deductive, and it's because that's a rule. The rule is that if you're late, you get charged a fee. And this is a matter of deductive reasoning. That she knows if she's late, she gets charged a fee, and so it's deductive reasoning. B underneath there. Every time Tamika has worn her favorite jersey to a football game, her school's football team has won the game. Tamika is wearing her favorite jersey to the football game tonight, so she concludes that her school's team will win the game. This is going to be inductive, based on a pattern. She's been wearing the shirt, they've been winning, So she assumes they're going to win. It's not a rule. Let's scoot over number 6. Guys, pause the video. Try to do number 6 on your own. Inductive or deductive reasoning. I'm going to wait 3 seconds and continue. All right, number 6. Determine that should be if. Determine if the following conclusions were drawn using inductive or deductive reasoning. A. Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest will remain at rest unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Elisa watches a soccer ball roll across the field. She concludes that an unbalanced force has acted upon the soccer ball. Hopefully you said deductive, because it's saying law right here. And it's laws, rules. You're actually basing it upon usually something written or, along those lines. All right, B. Mrs. Jackson notices that her family's data usage is increasing by 2,500 megabytes of data every month. So she concludes that her family's data usage next month will be 2,500 megabytes greater than last month's data usage. Hopefully you said inductive, because of pattern. She saw that last month it was that. She's assuming next month it'll be the same. So, inductive. Okay. All right, key concept, the law of syllogism. One law that is related to deductive reasoning is the law of syllogism. This law allows you to draw conclusions from 2 true conditional statements when the conclusion of one statement is the hypothesis of the other. Now that's a lot. We'll get there. Let me just scoot this down a little here. So, putting it in here. If P then Q and if Q then R are true statements, then if P then R is a true statement. Say that again. So if P then R and if Q then R are true statements, then if P then R is a true statement. An example. The given says if you get a job, then you will earn money. If you earn money, then you will buy a car. The valid conclusion is if you get a job, then you will buy a car. So instead of 2 statements, we're adding basically a third, kinda. You'll see. All right, let's flip over to page 15. Just got one more example here. You do, and I do, then a you do, and then we have some independent practice. For this lesson, independent practice will be 15 and 16, and that will finish off this packet. You guys will get a new packet fairly soon, but definitely go ahead and work these while it's fresh on your brain, please, and thank you. So, page 15, number 5. Draw a valid conclusion based on the given information. Part A, if you are tired, then you will not do well on your test. If you do not get enough sleep, then you will be tired. So we're gonna make a valid conclusion off of this. So if you're tired, then you won't do well on the test. If you don't get enough sleep, then you'll be tired. So we're gonna say if you do not get enough sleep, then going up there, you will not do well on your test. So see how we're taking. All right, if you're tired, you're not going to do well on the test. If you don't get enough sleep, then you're tired. So tired here, tired there. Then we're just going to take this and this. Hopefully that just made sense. Watch how we do that here. Part B. If Cody is not on time, then he will be fired. If Cody is fired, then Ashanti will get his job. So see here we got fired, fired. So we're going to say if Cody is not on time, sorry these are running together, I'm low on space here, then Ashanti will get his job. Okay, see how we took the up here tired and tired, okay, so that gave us our conclusion. And down here fired and fired. Okay, pause here, do number 6 on your own, and then see how we do together. Number 6, draw a valid conclusion based on the given information. If Ebony takes a vacation, then she will go to the Grand Canyon. If Ebony goes to the Grand Canyon, then she will hike to the Colorado River. Okay, so what do we have here? We got Grand Canyon and Grand Canyon. So our conclusion is going to be, let's see, if she takes a vacation, if Ebony then she will hike to the Colorado River. Okay. All right, finally part B. My parents are happy when I get good grades. I get to go to the party if my parents are happy. So we can say parents are happy here. So basically, if I get to go to the party, then or if I get good grades, then I get to go to the party. Okay, that does it for Module 3, Topic 3. If you guys have any questions, please send me a message in Focus or Teams, or you can ask me in class. Have a good night, and we will see you soon.